Alright, we're going to try to shoot this again. For some reason or other. I know there was an emergency alert come across my phone, so I shot 6 minutes and something, and then my phone went out. So I'm going to start it all over again. What I originally had said is I ended up getting 4 packages in the mail. Out of the 4, I combined some of them together already because they were of the same type, so I'm just going to show them that way before I break into the bigger part. So the first one were these. Very beautiful Bat Laugh ones from Topps. There is a difference. There's the Bat Laugh from Topps, which is normal size cards, and then there is the A and BC cards, which comes out of England, which is the ones I just showed not long ago out of the last packages I got, and those are actually smaller than these are. I'm attempting to finish this set, again, whatever condition, because of being a big Batman fan. And there is that beautiful Batman and Robin shot. And then the sexy lady on the show. I know y'all were waiting on me to pull that card. Everybody needs an Anne Harriet card. The Bagcopter. And the tantalizing Catwoman there. And then Batman and Robin. Now, that was one package. The other package is actually the Black Bat one of the Riddler. And again, if you understand the difference, there is a Black Bat and there's also a Red Bat series. So again, it's a matter of which one you're going to complete. I'm kind of working more on the black one, but I'm kind of doing a little bit of both as I can get them. This guy had a good deal on throwing up this many, and then again, there's an extra one of that one, which I just showed you in the other part of it. But again, I was after the red and the black one, and that one happened to be the third card put in with it, so it was fun. And at the time, I didn't have the card, and then all of a sudden I seen this other lot, and I bought that one. Alright, now, the next seller gave me a phenomenal deal on Tarzan stickers from Panini. Tarzan is one of those shows that was one of my favorites. I have the DVD set, love the show. These went into a book. This is 4 empty packs. I have one still in there sealed, which they don't seal very well because, again, the tape eventually, the glue gives. Now, as you can tell, this one, there's supposed to be the other Colossus part of it on the other side of the robot. I do remember that story. That was a good story. Tarzan. That's the actual Colossus that was actually the big robot that the one city was trying to stick on the other city. Really wasn't a Colossus. He was really just probably a little, about like Tarzan's size, but Tarzan got shrunk down in this episode and it ended up being small as they were. Because right here, Tarzan's on a bird, and that's when he shrunk down. So, again, as you can see, like I said, some of them stand alone, but again, these would go in a book. There are people who sell the book. One aspect, I want to buy the book. Sometimes people sell it for $100-something. Sometimes people sell it for $400-something. It's a matter how complete it is. Again, there's probably over 300 stickers in this set. It's absolutely amazing how big this sticker set was. And most of the time, these people want anywhere between $3 or more per one sticker. So again, they're not a cheap deal. As you look on the back, that's 221, and that sticker is. So again, that's 298 right there. So again, with Tarzan going through, so it is a massive set to put together. But like I said, it's really just animated stills from my childhood, so I love it. And every chance I can get to pick up some of them, I do. I may be probably 90 time I finish the set, and then my kids can have it when I kick out. But the guy gave me a great deal, though. He had them individually, and I asked him about purchasing them all. So that was those. Now, the next set of cards comes from one of the sellers in which I have worked with before. Now, this guy, what he does is he does 20 cards and a pack per that way. So this time I went a step further. And again, I got Superman 3. Sent me another Superman 3. Again, he always sends a pack with each one. I'll buy that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Again, I'll check my packs to see what I do and don't have. This one I know I do not have one of those, so I won't be breaking that one open. Here is another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I can open one of those and keep one of those. And Tron. Now Tron, I've already got all of them. I got the whole set. So this will be going for an actual pack. And once I've got a pack, I just start kind of building. If I got a set, I start building a box out of it. In time, if I can purchase an empty box and just fill it up with all those ones I got, that's fantastic. Now, again, these are all supposed to be movie and TV related cards. He has been sending me more of these. I did just order some more so that I can actually... This is a big set too. I didn't know how big this one was. This is another one that kind of expands into quite a big set. Got a Jaws. Again, working on finishing that one, and I'm trying to build my brother a set of Jaws and Rocky as I do some of these. How about this? Putting together some of the Grease ones. And like I said, every once in a while you'll get repeats of stuff, but it is fun. Like this is cool. Getting some Kiss cards. Again, it's like I'm slowly just building the set as I order stuff. Same thing. I may actually be close to this set. That one actually does not look familiar, nor this one, so that may be new. Same thing with Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I do believe that I have the entire set. But again, and the same thing with Mork and Mindy. If not, I'm missing maybe one or two. Now, out of this set, Star Trek, I need more of the stickers than I need the actual stickers that way. And then Black Hole, just building on that set too as it goes along. And then a little bit of the Moonraker. How about that? Now those look new to me, so I don't remember them. So again, that'll help me finish that set. And then again, he threw in one of the red of the Star Wars. And again, if you know that card, that's where they just come out of being in hiding from going in there. So, and I just showed the Star Wars Blue series on one of my videos. So again, anybody who knows how much I enjoy those. And again, he usually follows the same pattern. And I say that like this, like there is a couple of Rocky cards. Every once in a while he throws a little Monkey Ranch in there, but he'll do a couple of Rocky cards. Jaws, even though those are repeating each other. How about that? This flips out. About a little John Travolta. And I'll put most of that with like these in my music stuff. And even though, you know, Ace Frehley, a few more of the Aliens. Close Encounters. Again, if you see a pattern, this is the same kind of setup as before. Mork and Mindy with Mindy. The Enterprise. I really like that shot with them. That's cool. And then, of course, Black Hollands. And this is how I really do hope that I can get close to finishing it. Because again, some of these do look new. So if I don't have something that's great, I'll be able to complete it. And then again, a Star Trek card. And again, if I, you know, like I said, as I go through everything, whatever I have doubles of, as I work my way through older stuff, I don't mind as much doubles as I do the other. Now, I got 4 more of these, so I hope you're buckled in to be able to look at a few more. And again, they should follow the same pattern. Oh, this is sweet now. This is what I'm shooting for sometime. Not just the fact that I'm with a dog, but this right here. The harder to get sticker. So you gotta enjoy the fact that when a sticker appears as part of the stuff. There you go. Well, that's a repeat on that card for the 3rd time. And that is something I do watch out for to make sure it doesn't keep going. This guy's been pretty good with it. They just seem to put it together pretty well. Again, some more Kiss. Any of y'all are a Kiss fan? Now Beth is like one of my favorite Kiss songs. I know it's one of the ones that's not their rocking song like crazy, but I thought it was just such a great song by them. Egg Hatching. Close Encounters. There you go. And what I'm kind of hoping is there's more stickers end up being in here so I can kind of Kirk's Last Stand. I do like the yellow with the black underneath it on these. A little bit more of the Black Hole. Moonraker. Seeing these like I do makes me want to go out and try to order the Moonraker movie so I can watch it. And Luke in disguise. So again, now again, hoping that there ends up being some more stickers in there for some of the other. Oh yeah, knocking out Apollo. Then they became good friends. Jaws 2. Yeah, when you think your ship is sinking and you know what's out there in that water, you're just lunch. That's all I'm trying to tell you. A little bit of John Travolta in it. Have it more of the kiss on stage. Old Gene Simmons with Paul Stanley. And then our murderous android, if we remember that story right. Those Encounters. Mindy as a Catwoman. And then our header card for this one. Again, it's 88 cards and 22 stickers. I do believe there was 2 sets made for that movie by 2 different companies. Now, one of them might have been foreign, so I will have to look into that again and make sure I don't have some of those. But I picked up a whole set of it. I don't know if it has stickers, though, so that's what I've been working on. Black Hole, Army of Evil, Frozen Wasteland, Flower of Death with Moonraker, and here's our boy Jaws, and then a good old Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot one. Alright, we got 2 more of those to do, and let's see what happens. Like I said, he seemed to put together a pretty much of a consistency, so you can at least try to put together something. Talia Shriver. Yo, Adrian. There she is. Back in the day. That one's a different. That's where trapped in an inferno, the ship's burning, but yeah, she's don't want to jump because of the shark. Now, if you look, this is one of the later cards of hers by the time it's done. I have looked her up. I watched a movie of hers a while back. Was it Joan Blondell? She actually was in a bunch of stuff prior to actually even getting to that part, so she'd been in stuff a while, doing a lot of movies, and she was kind of a fun character. I guess the movie I watched was actually really good. How about that one? Yeah, so that's a good clear Paul Stanley. And how about that? Good clear Gene Simmons. And that's when they're making some of the sets of this stuff. No Richard Dreyfuss in this set, but you do get Terry Garr, which I do prefer over Richard Dreyfuss. That's not the point. And then the aliens. And here's what I was talking about. Boop. Pick up a sticker of Mork. That's a good deal. Need that one. again, most of the time the cards are easier to pick up than the stickers, so anytime that any of them throw in a sticker, I'll take it, because like I said, sometimes I'm building the card set without an issue. Some of these got out of disshuffled. There's a Tusken Raider, but this time there's one more Black Hole and two Moonrakers with James Bond fighting it out with Jaws, and then them actually on a shuttle. And that was before we actually used the shuttle that I can remember. I think this is like 79 this movie was, or something like that. So we hadn't made it to doing any of the shuttles that I remember yet. Last pack. So let's see what we get out of this. I'd like to hopefully get another couple stickers, but we'll see. I'd like to get them in some of the more of the Rocky, but we'll see. I'm not going to, it looks like. But again, I have ordered more of the Rocky cards to try to build my set at the same time. I did not know it was that big. I'm going to have to look into how big it really is. Got some more of the Grease cards too. Now, if you remember, Gene Simmons would like spit blood and, quote blood, and he would do that and fire and things like that. I don't know if they intended these for more kids, so they wouldn't put up as much with the blood on the cards, that maybe where they shot the scenes. So, the different pictures was not like that. Yeah. Sigourney Weaver. My boy's about to have a real bad tummy ache. A bit of Close Encounters. A little bit of director behind that. Mork. Another Mork. Star Trek. Now this one is a really cool shot of them. If they would have dropped DeForest Kelley right over here, that would have been perfect with the three of them kind of standing, ominously looking off kind of thing. A Black Hole. And again, you do see reprints in them. Because again, he usually sells them in 20 with one pack free. And I just order a number of them at one time. And the last card out of everything that I picked up was Ben Kenobi turning off the tractor beam. Good old Ben. So, what did you think? You think it's worth it? As I said, I'm putting stuff together, working on trying to build up sets. This is a neat way to do it, which again cost me a lot less to do per card, instead of trying to fill individual cards and sets sometime. Sometimes it's just for the fun of actually getting mixed stuff. Again, I wouldn't have put a lot of effort into collecting the Grease set at one point, but now that I've got a good little chunk of them, I actually want to try to get it. Didn't think I'd get as many of the kids or anything else, so I like doing that. So this has been good. What was your favorite? Was it the Batman? Was it the Tarzan? Or was it the mixed bag of different things? I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody who's new subscriber, the likes, thumbs up, the comments that people make. I do appreciate all y'all, and I will talk to you later.